Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San Mateos. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminous. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies. We transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Fadi was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go and see him.
My child, I understand that this revelation is upsetting. I wish I had the right words to comfort you. In any case, you do not have to be ashamed of your ancestry. This island is at the very core of all our faiths.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black.
Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me. Constantine, stay with me. Constantine. There is a chance that he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No, no, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother, and the others on the continent. I'm dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so... Cousin, I don't want...
Constantine, I'm here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. So afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that can't be dealt with later.
But please, please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story, believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother came from the island and was brought back. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But that means you are not
your dear cousin? No. All the lies we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told that I'm the spitting image of my dead father lost during an expedition. God, I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my dear cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day. Kurt, what is... What's going on? Is there something wrong?
Coin guards! The time has come.
But... what is this?
Ready arms.
Kurt, what are you doing?
Aim!
Stop that, soldiers! Lower your weapons, now!
Sorry, Greenblood.
Fight with honor.
On guard. I said draw!
Stop it, Kurt!
Wait!
Speak. Why did you betray us?
Our commander figured out that we could easily take control of this island. You rely so heavily on our protection. You are so dependent. So naive. All the governors will suffer the same attacks if they haven't already. Your problems are far from over, Greenblood. The commander is there on the docks with all his lieutenants. I failed, but they will certainly succeed. Here, or elsewhere on the island. Not every governor has a cousin that I trained personally for combat.
Thank you. You saved us all.
The nerve of them.
What else was there to expect from employing coin-fed mercenaries? All that liberty, so close to power, it went to their heads. It would have happened sooner or later. They could have been preparing this sort of coup for years.
Without wanting to rush you, bantering about the dangers of according one's trust to a sellsword is appropriate, but...
You're right. It's time for action. We need to get you somewhere safe, Constantine.
Those are my advisors that you must protect.
Me? I want
to join in. Look at your condition. It's out of the question. We are taking you somewhere safe.
As you've left me no choice. There is a hiding place in the cellar.
We will take care of your advisors after that.
And we should make these conger eels pay for their treachery.
And attempt to stop the coups in other cities.
Then we have no time to lose. Let us be gone.
These traitors will not be shaken by Kurt's death for very long. They are most likely gathering as we speak to prevent us from accessing the cellar.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight. We must hurry before the guard can act.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle! May the Enlightened protect you in this battle! May the Enlightened
Lord Minister!
Ah, friendly faces finally. What a relief. I was in this room when I heard sounds of battle. Fearing for my life, I hid myself in here. But what is going on? What madness has befallen the palace?
It's a coup d'etat. The Coin Guard wants to take control of the island by assassinating all its governors.
The guard is everywhere. They could succeed.
We will do everything in our power to thwart them. Come now. We'll take you somewhere safe.
I'll follow you. May the Enlightened protect.
We've reached the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine, promise me that you will stay here until we secure the city.
Do I even have a choice? Here I am, consigned to my quarters like some broken old maid.
Like someone ill, Constantine. Someone sick who is dear to me, and the city wouldn't survive your loss.
You have such a way with words. Very well. I promise to stay here, obediently awaiting your return.
Let's go then.
And cousin? Watch out for yourself. You are dear to me as well.
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We owe you our lives.
Maybe enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Lord de Cossillon!
De Sade, you've come at a serendipitous moment. I thought my hour had come. What's happening?
A coup d'etat, Professor. The Coin Guard tried to assassinate my cousin and is plotting the same actions against the other governors.
So, they have finally done it. Such proximity to power is a terrible temptation. It was only a question of time before they succumbed.
We should have paid more attention to your lessons. We might have been able to avoid all of this. Follow me. I'm taking you somewhere safe.
I'm coming.
Locked.
Your Excellency, such elegance. You really are honoring your uncle.
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
In that case, we should find her at once. Her abode is very close to the palace. Lady Morange, make ready to depart. We cannot remain here.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided to take control of the Isle. They plan to overthrow the governors. They were set on assassinating Constantine and his entire entourage.
The idiots!
You are in danger. Do you know a safe place where we could take you?
Don't worry about me. I have friends here. They will hide me. Go! And do be careful.
If I remember correctly, Torsten's quarters are in the right wing.
It will probably be very well guarded. And if we make too much noise, he could...
Have you ever been to Hickman? It's a very impressive city. And there are scholars around every corner.
No one. I hoped he would be here.
We should take a look at these papers. There's bound to be some useful information there.
The traitor had a contingency plan. He must be boarding a ship to another city as we speak. According to these papers, Torsten was counting on some other officers to lead the attack. We must stop them too.
And we must hurry. If we take too much time, they'll probably run away and set their sights on another city. I dare not imagine what would happen if they took control of San Mateus.
Let's not waste any time. We will try to catch them at the port.
What are you doing here? Who let you in? I demand an explanation.
It seems that your men are a little distracted this evening, Lieutenant. It is understandable, with all that's been going on. You are under arrest, as well as your commander.
But... what is this? Soldiers, ready weapons! Maybe enlighten protect me in this battle! Kurt sacrificed his life for a commander who didn't even trust him.
I should probably have taken more heed of him. He was my master and my friend, and I did not listen. What a waste.
Wait a minute. What's that savage doing here? What do you think you're doing? Lay down your arms and surrender.
That's not happening.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Soldiers, ready weapons! We are under attack!
We have been sent by the governor Constantin d'Orsay. Your lieutenant is accused of high treason for having participated in an attempted coup d'etat. As you can see for yourselves, the attempt failed. Are you also ready to be accused of treason because of your loyalty to your lieutenant?
You give your word that we'll suffer no repercussions if we lay down arms?
You have my word.
Very well. We are dropping our weapons, soldiers. That dog's hide doesn't deserve our sacrifice.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
I regret, my lord, we are closed this evening. Come back another day.
I'm not here to tempt my luck. Are you in charge?
That's right, what do you want from me?
From you? Nothing. We are here to arrest the commander's lieutenants.
Is that right? Now this ought to be good. And for what crime would that be?
You know very well. For high treason.
Oh, and you think that my men are just gonna let you, without so much as blinking an eye?
Why not? It is, after all, we who pay them for their services, is it not?
Oh, don't fret for us about that. If we take control of this island, it'll be in your coffers that we'll pay ourselves, and handsomely.
Sorry, my lord. We won't let you lay a hand on the lieutenant. Soldiers, ready weapons!
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
Too late. The coward has escaped. It's not over. We need to warn our allies.
I beg you, my child. We cannot let San Mateus fall into the hands of these traitors. What spiritual force will remain then to face the evil of this island and the deceit of the Alliance?
Of course. Without your village, the island will fall. Monor Senaig.